but how is all that going to be impacting our Indian markets? What are we watching out for today in trade? We have a research team joining in with us, as always, this morning to set you up for trade and give you the important stocks that are in focus. Good morning, Hormaz, as well as Sudarshan. And Hormaz, let me come to you. Weather in Bombay is becoming good, but how is the weather in the market expected to look like today? What are we expecting?
Well, the weather in Bombay is at least still on the cooler side, but things on the markets are slightly in consolidation mode, snooze mode, if you can say that. After that extreme session that we had on Friday, there's some bit of consolidation back in the markets, as has been the case for a better part of last 2 weeks as well, right? Even the Nifty yesterday traded in that 200-point range. It was a 100-point downtick we saw yesterday, but again, that struggle to cross the 24,800 mark continued on the index. But the chart to watch is the Nifty Bank, and if you can pull up the intraday chart, you would see that it made 3 attempts to cross yesterday's high, which was around 53,750, and it failed to do so on all 3 occasions, and then it cooled off from those highs. So 53,800 continues to remain a barrier for the Nifty Bank, and it is imperative for it to cross that level before it heads to 54,000 and then attempt at making fresh highs. But it is the broader markets that did well yesterday. The portfolios would look good because the advance decline was nearly at par, but the advances outnumbered the declines, because the lines were converging, but the advances were slightly higher than the number of shares that fell. The consolidation might continue today as well. Of course, we are heading into a major event from the Fed. There are cues also coming in from the Bank of Japan as well, so might be on the consolidation side. Watch out for IT stocks because the Nasdaq made a record high. The block deals and QIP spate continues, and of course watch out for some of the GST linked names we will talk about more on the show as well. For now, another cautious start on the anvil. The GIFT Nifty is indicating a downtick for our own markets.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Hormaz. But let's look at the important stocks that you should be keeping on your radar today. And I'll start with a couple of QIPs that are expected today. What we have coming in is that Gravita has launched its QIP. And in the QIP, what is the total size? It's the launches of around 750 crores of QIP with an option to upsize it further. Then we have the indicative issue price coming in at 2,096 rupees per share. Now, when you look at that, that seems like it's at a bit of a discount versus the issue closing price from yesterday as well as the floor price. So keep an eye on that. We have ACC also that's launched its QIP. They are raising funds via that. The floor price of that is rupees 45.27 per share. So watch out for those two on the back of QIP. GMR Airports has come out with this business update. The passenger traffic data for the month of November handling is over 11.2 million passengers across the network and a 13.6% rise on a year-on-year basis that we've seen in November 2024. Other than that, the November passenger traffic data, when you look at that also, domestic is increased by around 14.3%. International is up by almost 11%, and this is on a year-on-year basis. Vedanta, keep an eye on that one. The board has approved the 4th interim dividend of rupees 8.5 per share for FY25. The record date of that dividend is going to be December 24th, 2024. Texmaco Rail and few other stocks that now I'm going to talk about is on the back of order wins. So Texmaco Rail, 187 crore order win. This is from Chhattisgarh State Power Transmission. Keep an eye on that. RVNL, a letter of award for a project worth around 270 crores. This is from Maharashtra Metro Rail Corporation. RailTel 2, an order win of around 37.99 crores from the Central Warehousing Corporation. HPCL, the board has approved a lube modernization and bottoms upgradation project at the Mumbai refinery. So keep an eye on that one. The project cost is around 4,679 crore rupees. Those are the stocks that we should be keeping an eye out on. But what are the important cues in the world of F&O that we are watching out for today? Sudarshan is here. Good morning, Sudarshan.
Good morning, Binny. So it's a Sensex and Nifty are in a consolidation phase, but good part is that Nifty held on to the levels of 24,650, but broader markets saw healthy gains. And for today, GIFT Nifty is indicating a cautious start with minor cuts. And flows, like if you see the flows, both cash market and derivatives, that consolidation phase is reflected here as well. We saw FI selling around 300 crore, DI selling around 230 crore. Even in the derivatives market, we saw FI selling almost like 900 crore. And they have cut long positions. They have reduced long positions by 11,400 contracts. At the same time, they have reduced short positions. Short positions have increased by almost 3,100 contracts. And long exposure by FI is now reduced to less than 39%. While on the client side, long exposure has increased to 62%. On the option front, 2 option calls that were active, 24,700 and 24,900. And on the put side, 24,600 put has seen addition of more than 5 lakh shares. With this important levels for Nifty, support is now seen somewhere around 24,600, but still 24,650 will be important. We'll have to see if Nifty holds on to that level, and resistance is now 24,850. Two stocks that have come out of the FNO ban are Metropolis and PVR Inox, so keep an eye on these two stocks as well.
Okay, Sudarshan, thank you so much for that. But